Why are my notes not saving? They get like the first like 2/3, and then the last third is just not there.
What are you say? Are you saving it in Roll20? Yeah.
Yeah, and I like go between several tabs, open and close it, check it, and then when I exit Roll20, come back, it's not there. Yeah.
Ass.
I haven't had issues with the pop out, but
It's just gotten worse recently. Like, it's not been a problem in the past.
Yeah.
Eee.
They may have changed the way that it saves information, and it's...
Yeah, 'cause my notes make it up to the little scuffle with Skyla, but I don't have the notes for the past that.
I wonder.
Which I remember walking on
I
some
almost
tunnels
wonder
and
if it has something to do with like if you don't exit that field before you close.
Maybe. I'm trying to think if there's got to be some like
because it's like,
procedural
so what
thing
it
I'm
sounds
doing
like
wrong.
is the scuffle with Skyla, and then you're like, oh, and then you click other abilities on other tabs, you know, or other like parts of your character sheet.
Yeah.
So that
And
would,
then we finish the game. I put my final notes, and then I close it all out without like doing something to.
Probably just go to another, like, make sure that your, you know, cursor's not in there, and then go to another section or something like that.
Just
that
like always go back to your main character sheet page at the end of the session.
I usually do that. I swear. I must have just been.
Based. All right. And get things going. So, the lovely party. You all look around, and suddenly, Nutmeg is. I know how we'll get to this. So it started off with not knowing where Nutmeg was and talking to the friends back in the Big Enoch Cave about some of the new things that you get. You have a luck stone, which is what those wish stones came with, and let me just see if I always forget what luck stones actually do. Luck. Or Stone of Good Luck, aka Luck Stone. You do now. Yes, Rosin. Anybody who has found their item or their what is lost now has inspiration. You know what I want to do? I'm going to retcon the stones a little bit. They're going to be something specific because it's like a one-time use thing. I want it to be situational. So I would love for it to be it is a Big Enoch Stone of Luck, or a Big Enoch Wish Stone, and it will give you a +5 to any roll.
Woo.
One use.
Okay.
So that'll be a little bit more, and so that's anything, right? Like, and I would say it's also, yeah, Derpy asked a good question. You can use it after you could use it after you have rolled, but before you know the success.
Yep.
Classic.
I assume it's also D20 rolls specifically, yeah?
No, let's make it anything.
Okay.
Add to the chaos.
Yeah,
damage.
if you want to use it on damage, that's fine. But yeah.
Not that we damage many things.
But that could also, yeah, that's definitely an option. So yes, they are now D4 now immediately can be a 9. Yeah. So
Hella dagger.
Big Enoch Luck or Big Enoch Wish. It's a Big Enoch Wish stone. +5. Any. What? E? Oh, she made it 5 minutes. Good. I was like, what the fuck's she yelling about? I'm so confused. E. It's in the E. All right. So some music for our lovely times here. All right. So, we ended up last time going through the tunnel and finding yourselves in a storage room of the Mother Horn, deep down in the bowels of the Mother Horn, and making your way through the wall as Mr. Kobold was using it to like shape stones and things like that. You found yourself in this little storage room and encountered Break-a-Leg, the the puppet, the living puppet skeleton, who you untangled, and he gave you some more information about this area. After talking to Breakleg, you observed the workshop that was there downstairs in the Motherhorn. Observing the workshop, you were able to see. You were able to see that there was a prima donna actress prancing around, getting her dress adjusted in the workshop, and a bunch of goblins working on props. You also were able to see that you found the kidnapped Biganock, the lovely little Golmo, who is frantically drawing a bunch of stuff on his little desk. Some shenanigans happened with Voda being able to kind of scout out the workshop and giving you all a pretty high level diagram illusion of what was going on, and the decision was made to distract the woman by making a loud noise outside, which you were able to distract her, and she ran outside. You locked the doors to the outside crane area and freed Golmo. Rosin freed Golmo with a very good lock check, or thieves tool check, picking the lock on his little waist. You then attempted to Voda then attempted to try to save the goblin seamster, who was addressing or was working on Skyla's robes, etc. And then also, side note, Skyla is one of the members of the League of Malevolence, who you remember went missing at some point, and now seems to just be here, assuming a new role, a new name in the Motherhorn, an actress. In the scuffle that basically happened as you cracked open the door to try to grab the little goblin, Zug ended up having a gust that kept Skyla from activating the golems, or the props, basically, in the workshop with something that she was trying to say. And then, as she tried to strike down on Voda with her staff, Velka dodged in to take the blow. It missed Velka. However, Zug reacted by using Gust of Wind and launching Skyla off the precipice into the abyss below. But before she disappeared into the clouds, she activated something using her staff and was able to escape somewhere. Of course, this doesn't sit well with everybody in the party, but after this, you freed the rest of the goblins, who all gave you some more information, specifically that Endolin, who does not like when people, or if anybody displeases Endolin, she turns them into a mask, specifically any of the goblins who don't do their jobs correctly around the theater and the castle. You went in the elevator, went upstairs, found yourselves in another prop room. We're told that there is a key that's hidden under a throne in front of the prop storage room. And found yourself in a strange room. There's like a giant-ass mouse trap, a bunch of prop boxes with costumes and things like that in them. And the party moved down the hallway to a room with a little bit of light coming under these curtains that keep things very, very silent everywhere. And upon entering this room, you find yourself seeing a very sad, depressed-looking bugbear wearing a dragon costume, the head of the dragon on the ground next to him, as he sits at the makeup table that he is in front of, with his head in his hands, staring at a reflection of himself that looks dour. And basically like gaunt. He turns around as you all enter, and recognizes that both Kiwi and Voda have the mark of the Witchlight Monarch on them. And he immediately recognizes that you all are from the Imperial Plane back in the Carnival. So, that is where we pick up, is in the dressing room. And First thing that you also notice is that the lights that are shining from the dressing room tables, Hurley does not have a shadow.
Oh.
Shadowless. This is similar to the elf that you saw with the dandelion. They
Right.
also do not have a shadow as well. You know that this is because Endelin steals shadows, or at least severs shadows.
Kind of a weird flex on him, but you know.
He looks up as you all enter. His eyes go a little bit brighter when he recognizes the two of you.
Oh, good. What are you all doing in here? Oh, you got Witchlight Monarch written all over you. Wait, are you from... I don't recognize you. Are you from the carnival? Have you come to... Where's Burley?
Oh, hello, hi, nice to meet you. And yes, we are both monarchs and Burley.
Burley,
the
my
carnival.
brother. He worked at the carnival. He was security, I
He
think.
still works at the carnival.
Oh, good. He's okay. I bet he's really worried sick about me.
Yeah, you've been gone forever.
Wait, forever?
Well, for longer than we worked at the carnival.
Let's see. Note says, I have this
It-
right now.
It has been at least a decade, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 to 20 years. Yeah, it's 10 or 20 years. He's
His
very
eyes
sad.
his eyes go wide as you say that, and he's just like,
What? That makes no... Endelin said I only had to work for 3 years, and she would... No.
Well,
And his-
Time does not move exactly the same way in the Feywild as it does in the material planes.
Oh,
An interesting, like, conflicts of time dilation. I go off into fucking tangent about time. Probably like to the
I
point where
just
other people
elbow Velka.
no, and I continue to talk, but people probably start to talk over me, and I'm just kind of muttering in the back.
Yeah, anyway, your brother's really sad. He misses you. He wanted to see if we can find you here. And, we found you.
he as he learns about the difference in time and like how long he's been here, you see the sadness starts to peel away from his face for a moment as you see a rage rise to the surface, and he grits his bugbear teeth and he punts the head of the dragon costume across the room.
That's nice.
boom, 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 boom. She lied to me.
She's lied to a lot of people, or at least been very unclear with certain terms and conditions. So I don't think she's technically able to lie.
When that
not-
shadow lured me here through the Hall of Mirrors, Endelin said that she would make me more likable after 3 years. But I had to give up my shadow, and that was the biggest mistake of my life.
What did she
Well, just
do with
not
the
a very
shadow?
nice person.
I didn't learn till afterwards that when you lose your shadow here, well, in Feywild or wherever we are, you're treated really differently. They call you shadowless. Nobody wants to interact with you. It's like you're a bad omen. Bring bad luck to everything.
That wasn't in the terms and conditions. I say as I'm slowly kind of waddling over towards where he kicked the dragon head costume, or the head of the dragon costume. I'm gonna go pick that up while we're talking.
No.
To be fair, it may not have been 3 years in the Feywild yet.
Yeah, time here is very hard to... The days just go on and on. I've been a dragon, gorilla, a ogre. I've been myself, but I don't think that Endolin assures me that I'm improving. I'm becoming more refined and more respected with every performance, but
he turns and he looks into the mirror in front of him where you see this dejected looking reflection of Hurley.
Look at me. Look at me.
Does it
I'm ugly. I'm hideous.
Does it match his actual appearance, or is it altered?
No, it does not at all. And all of you catch yourselves in looking in the mirror, and you all look normal.
There is something fishy with that mirror. Is the reflection that you see of yourself and that we see of you in the mirror does not look like you look to us.
Doesn't? Oh, that's a relief. I thought I was really sick.
Well, so she's lying to you and gaslighting you and treating you like second late classes, and I'm not a very good person. And at this point, I have the dragon head on over the skull.
It's very, very large on you, comically so.
I
As
imagine
it basically goes
fold.
all the way down to Zug's, like, it goes over Zug's shoulders and down to maybe midway down your torso. So you just see Zug's little claws sticking out from beneath the dragon head, and his little feet are just there. You just hear
Perfect.
Zug's voice, just like an echoing, muffled voice from within the dragon head.
Well,
Really looks at you and laughs.
He says, "You look good in that, little guy."
I'm a dragon.
I know the true nature of these mirrors, though. I know I don't look like myself, but all of us actors know what they really are for. These reflect what the hag thinks of you. You're standing with her.
Who gives a shit what she thinks?
She doesn't think well of me. I'm not gonna be.
But see, that is her whole goal. If she makes people think that they are not good enough, they will continue to come back to her to become better, so that she can use them as slave labor.
That seems to be the case. She took my shadow, and that's part of the reason why I can't win over audiences. I'm probably gonna be demoted to a stagehand any day now. And my missing shadow just makes the audience just not like me. They're just not about it.
You're a pariah. Where do they keep the shadows?
The shadows have a life of their own. I was lured here by one, an elf with a moon mask.
We know the guy. Well, where do you think yours went?
I don't know much, but I know they end up around the castle. You see my shadow. I don't know. Can you get it back to me? I'm not sure how it works.
We will do our best for you. We also are looking for some things of our own as well.
Oh, well, if you're looking for anything special, I'm sure Endolin's the one who has them. Or, you know what? Should ask, what's his name? Stage Fright. The stage manager for the theater. He knows a lot of things, too.
Will he be aligned with our cause?
What is your cause?
Looking around,
Chaos.
leaning in and whispering. We wish to return. Why can't I think of the name of this place at the
Prismere?
moment? Prismere, thank you. To return Prismere to its rightful ruler.
Hurley's eyes look at you for a brief moment, squinting, and nods, and he says,
Yeah, back when I was still at the Witchlight Carnival with my brothers, I felt something was wrong. Things kept going missing. People kept going missing. Hell, I went missing. Pretty sure it's something to do with the whole situation here, and now that I've been here for some time, I get it. The Hourglass Covenants, they're not good. They did something. The carnival was so much better before whatever happened. And if you're here to take care of that, well, shit, I'll help you.
We will be glad to have you.
Oh! What the hell,
I walk over and I pull the thing off of Zug's head. We cannot understand you.
With a loud, it makes a loud comical pop noise.
Ah, my ears! I scratched my head. Ah, fine. It was a little stuffy in there anyways.
Yeah, it smelled like bugbear fur.
Oh god.
Oh boy, that's
damn bugbear fur.
Oh god.
probably, yeah, mildly sweaty bugbear fur. Yeah.
Okay, nope, don't need any more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Wet
I guess
dog.
yeah, like squared. Well, right now we're just trying to scratch my head. What we're trying to do again?
Well, if you, I mean, hopefully, how did you get in here in the first place? Did you just walk in the front door?
It's the back door, actually.
There's a
We
back
squeezed
door?
through.
Yes, there's a tunnel that leads into the home of the Biganox.
Oh.
And with that, I forgot to mention, Kiwi. You hear on your shoulder, "Hi," as as Golmo is kind of taking up residence on your back in your just peeks out from beneath your shell.
Yay, buddy. Yeah, you really got us through there pretty good.
You rescued me.
But really, who rescued who? Give him a little, noogie.
He's just like, ow!
You still have Squirt, right?
No, Golmo.
Wait, what?
Golmo is the Squirt, and everybody has been left back at the cave.
Okay, I was
They're
just-
with the rest of the folks. Golmo's a little briganock that you rescued from the workshop downstairs. He's their chief engineer that you freed.
Right, sorry. I had Squirt still in my notes. I forgot to take him out.
It's all good. Rolly nods.
Just
Yeah.
stick with him.
Well, if you have a way to get out of here, that's not the front entrance. That's great. There's some other actors in the other room. I'm pretty sure they'd be, more than happy to help you out too. I've been working with them for, I don't know how long, but they're all good eggs. They're all good folk. I think they've been here for, some of them longer than I have, and they learned a lot of stuff. If you want to talk to them.
I think it would also be helpful if you went and got others out of here while we were able to deal with what we need to deal with.
Searching for what we need as well as your shadow. And also possibly, well, I'm still not exactly sure how to... we really need to discuss what is the plan moving forward. We're here to get what we've lost. And then from there we go and attempt to free Zydlina.
Yeah, if you do remember, you do have a guide who has the knowledge to get you to the Palace of Heart's Desire, but you need to free their sister.
Yes.
Their sibling.
So we need to free the sun and cause an eclipse probably.
Oh, Hurley looks over to you.
You're saying you need to free the sun? Oh, you mean the elf with the sun mask on?
Yes, that would be it.
They're being kept upstairs. They're kept upstairs in the jail or in the prison, and
Of course, this place has a prison.
yeah. It was a castle before it became a theater, I'm pretty sure. If I remember, I think in order to get in there, you need Stage Fright Scepter. He's the one who can open all the cells.
I guess we need to find him next.
And the stage frights is compliant with Endelin's wishes or begrudging?
Hey, he's basically her right-hand goblin.
Gotcha. So
we need to take it.
You probably
Yes.
will. It's usually on him. Hey, he loves his job. I'm pretty sure he's, happy camper here. He probably doesn't want to put it at risk. You could try to take it from him, but sure that a little persuasion could go pretty far. It's in his own best interests.
Do you know where... Fuck, this one's Endelin, right?
Yep.
Do you know where Endelin is?
Yeah, usually she's watching from her balcony on the top floor of the towers. She watches the rehearsals, and then she watches the plays. She rarely comes down here with the common folk. Tends to stay upstairs. She goes and reads from her Ori. Sorry, I can't read. Oracular. I don't remember what the thing is called. It's pretty crazy.
I looked at...
She
Go ahead.
sometimes comes downstairs, but rarely, and it's usually just to deliver another one of her diaries to be put in the library.
I looked at the group and if I can get a good look and listen to her, I might be able to at least recreate it. That might end up helping.
That would be good if we can pull it off, but I'm not convinced that we can get to her undetected.
I lift a hand and have Jacques crawl into my hand.
Oh.
That may work.
I can cover us in a cloud of smoke. Would you sneak right in? What's the plan?
Nutmeg comes stumbling through the curtain, and he is wearing
Somehow
a very...
from the other side of the room.
Yeah, he comes stumbling through that curtain. Nutmeg is wearing a long, elegant bathrobe that drags behind him for like 3 feet, and he has put on 2 to 3 different powdered wigs.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I love these intros because it feels like I'm just waking up after a fucking crazy night. I have no idea where the fuck I was.
Exactly.
Do you know why we asked you here today? Your drug use is starting to affect your daily life, and you worry.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was about to say how my drug use could help us sneak in.
We're worried about you.
Hurley says,
Oh no, he's worried about you.
You look, whoever you are, you look really dang good. Great costume. If you don't mind,
Thanks, I try.
I'd love to introduce you all to my compatriots. They got some, they've been, as I said, they've been here a while, and they got some good information to share with you.
That would be most wonderful. Please.
he gets up
leads
from
away.
he gets up from the chair, walks across the room, and makes his way over to the curtain there, which he moves to the side, and inside here you see 5 individuals. The walls of the gloomy chamber are lined with black veiled compartments that seem to contain makeshift beds. So once again, the black curtains keeping everything silent within. The furniture is sparse. There's a few wooden tables and chairs. There's a box of junk in one corner, and the flickering lanterns are resting here and there on these tables. You see 5 performers occupying the room. 2 of them pace nervously, while the other 3 weep. Hurley walks through the door and he goes,
Excuse me, folks, we got new friends here. They're willing to help us out.
And as they all look through the doors and see you, a few of their eyes light up with hope. They hear the word help. And Hurley starts to introduce them.
The guy crying over there on his bunk, that one is Elmic the Excellent. Great actor, great actor. He comes from Toril, he says. The gnome over there, who's crying in the cushion on the floor, that's Diamanda Mist Riddle. She doesn't really know where she comes from. She doesn't know the name of the place. Oh, this guy right there, that halfling, and you see he's like crying. This halfling is.
So have a good cry out.
He's crying while walking back and forth and reading from a manuscript, like from a script. He says, "Oh yeah, so his name is." He like as he's like crying, he like waves at you. There's something weird. It's you're seeing that these like the crying is it very easily can be seen as a show.
So this is depressing.
The little halfling waves his hand and goes, "Oh, I can introduce myself. My name is Puff River Noggin Lemonseed."
Holy shit.
I just look
Sounds
between
like a
Puff
happy
and Nutmeg.
Yo.
I come from Puff River Noggin Lemonseed. I come from the known world.
What?
The known. He says he comes from the known world.
What a tragedy it is to be known.
Yep.
I'm
And
there too. I
then
think.
you see a tiefling pacing back and forth, who is talking to a tiefling skull in their hand.
Bless York.
But she says, "My name is Elegy, and I am very intent on my training, but I can take some time to talk to you." And
Going to the skull, and that is
a prop.
Oh, elegy. Are you practicing a eulogy?
Yes, for my poor
Beautiful.
Yorick.
Yeah,
I
girl.
know it.
I'm sure it's not Boric or something.
And lastly, you see a human, but non-discernible. Actually, no. It's a human who paces angrily while like muttering his lines under his breath, and then he stops and he says in a friendly voice, "Hey, Clee Westerly here. I originally came from a pretty cool place, Taldore. How's it going?" And then he goes back and his face gets all dour again, and goes bump, 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 keeps marching back and forth and muttering his lines.
Were you a weather
yeah.
forecaster with that name?
Please.
Sorry.
What was that, Voda?
I'm just making a fucking Critical Role joke.
Critical Row.
But
Yes.
Clee,
Caviar.
Go fuck yourself.
Clee looks to you and he's just and he says, yeah, I don't know why you all are here, and I'm glad you're here to help, but before Creepin' Lynn finds you and keeps you here, you better get the heck out of here. I mean, we're all bound here by multiple different reasons. All of us, we got an unfulfilled bargain that we took, and and then Puff chimes in. I decided to accidentally anger her, so I am working off that debt. And they're like, yeah, we're all.
Who decides to accidentally do that?
I say accidentally. She says it was on purposely. It's.
Oh, so it was an accident. Got it.
Yeah.
Does anyone in this group have a shadow?
All of them do have shadows. Yes.
Okay.
Well, we have not taken on Creeping Lynn before, but we did free all of the children that were enslaved by her sister.
Huh. Well, that sounds quite adventuresome. Wait, was there any tragedy involved in there? Was there any gruesome deaths or torture or any, sadness, crying, loss?
I mean, there was
That's on
children. There was
her-
plenty of crying.
We stepped on her eye.
You stepped on her eye. Ooh, that
They
sounds.
also jumped out windows.
That sounds
That
like an
we did.
adventure. We need. You see, even if Creeping Lynn hates your guts, it's still possible to win her favor by telling a gruesome or depressing story on stage. That's what we're all trying to do. We're all rehearsing. If you tell one that is sad enough, depressing enough, well, standing ovation from Creeping Lynn, and possibly more favor and release from your obligations.
What's about a giant snake eating something it shouldn't?
What was the something they shouldn't eat?
Person.
Ooh! Now, if we just add in that this person had a family and a young wife with multiple kids,
I turn and walk out of the room.
Wait! There has to be a scene with them under the sheets and a angelic white light filtering through in a flashback. That's how you know they're in love.
Doesn't count, otherwise it's true. It's a teacher Bard College.
Elegy speaks up. Well, you see that. Oh, they likely yes, fully stoic. Rosin says they likely did indeed have a family. They provide you a little bit more information, saying the storms provide lightning that, as you probably already know, power the contraptions, and without any of the lightning, the show can't go on. And also, well, her greatest contraption is this strange thing called the Orrery of Tragedies. She spends most of her time there and allows her to glimpse many possible futures. Time and time again, she has seen her own demise, and, well, anybody in here will tell you, it's in the shadow of an eclipse. She does anything in her power to delay that as long as possible.
So what if, could we perhaps bring that eclipse about faster? If we just cut out a big circle and flew up towards the sun?
Or
Sun?
if we already had a big circle that is a moon that we can pick up and put in front of a spotlight.
I also stick my hands back through the curtain and just minor illusion in my hand an eclipse. A small one.
That could work. It might work. It's a little bit. Derpy's asking a question.
Dude, I'm
Oh,
gonna
Rosin's.
love if we come face to face with Endolin and you make a minor illusion of an eclipse and she just in fear trips and falls to her death.
That's essentially what I've been imagining is the outcome of this.
Although
If
we
anything
do
else at
have,
this point, I'm kind of invested in it.
we also do have Chekhov's moon in the basement. We
That
could
is
do
true.
something with.
Chekhov's moon and it's just Chekhov bent over, pants down.
So Rosin asks about Endolin likes tragedies, but if the tragedy was about her, would she like that? And all of the actors hearing you posit this play idea, they all immediately shake their heads vigorously. No. Nothing about her demise. No, that would very much not make her happy. She likes
But what if it's
other suffering, other tragedies, not.
Wait. I got it. My brain's on fire. Okay, we have a tragedy about this totally lovable, heroic creature, person, whatever. And then there's a plot twist, and it's her. And then she has a heart attack or something.
There's a brief moment where all the actors look at each other and they look back at you, and it's like Puff says, good start. We can workshop that a little bit, probably.
I look mightily pleased with that.
You're gonna make it big in this plane.
You got
I
it,
think
kid.
Keep working those ideas.
I'm full of them. I could be a producer.
Well, something sounds alright.
Keep a mover and a shaker, you could say.
You're gonna be big, kid. You're gonna make it.
I start shaking around, and you just the rattle of the things against my armor.
Yeah, a little skull clattering.
Yeah.
Well, we can help you as much as we can. We are absolutely excited if you are here to do anything about the bitter ends. Oh, sorry, Creeping Lynn, Enderlin. Well, we can. This is the most information we know right now. Many of us are going to be performing either today or tomorrow. We need to go and rehearse fairly soon. Others are already on stage right now. It's quite a busy operation here. If you don't want to be found, we do have, well, they, indicate around them. Costumes. Well, looks like one of you already got into it. They point over at Nutmeg.
Yeah, you got some real gold in there.
If you're trying to be incognito, feel free to take any of the costumes that you can find in that prop room. They may not be the best, but they do the job when you're just trying to portray a sad and tragic individual. Otherwise, I don't know. Hopefully, just try not to get on Endelin's bad side, and you should be fairly safe. This is a classy establishment. She likes to keep it that way. It is a house of art, as she sometimes says. Granted, there is a very thin line in terms of what is art and what is offensive to her. So, just stay on your toes, okay?
Oh yeah, we also have invitations to be here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we're guests.
We should probably start with that.
That's quite interesting. Use that to your advantage. That's going to be... I haven't seen invited guests here in quite some time. The last one was that vile woman who has become the prima donna. She thinks she's so... Who writes a play about themselves? It's ridiculous.
In literature, it's usually just an autobiography, but she did seem to think her writing was very good. It wasn't good at all.
Yeah, kind of Mary sued that one, but she also fell off the cliff, so we're good.
Nah, yeah.
No.
Off.
No.
She's still somewhere around here, maybe.
Yeah, she disappeared, but she was falling when she disappeared.
Well,
I make a splat noise.
interesting.
I enter the room just to leave the room again.
Walk backwards out of the club.
Yeah.
Well, we must get back to our rehearsals. Some of these scripts are quite complex, and we got to get into the role. You really need to method act in order to gain Endelin's favor. But this is a safe spot. If you ever need a place to hide, we are more than welcome to give you one of our rooms. We'll run distractions. Can't we? And they all look at each other and there's like, oh, I haven't done a distraction in any time. That'd be great. Yeah, says Klee. And the other one stops crying. It's like, yeah. Sometimes it's kind of cool to play a hero. That'll be nice. They all remind us as players as the maitre d' at like a Hollywood restaurant, or like a waiter at a Hollywood restaurant who is just looking for their breakout role.
I'll make it big.
Yeah.
Oh god, here's your check and my headshots.
Exactly. Exactly. And my here's my QR code to my my page, my IMDb page. I got 1 credit in a high school play that I was a backup part for.
Bush number 3.
You're a high
excellent.
schooler at the time, right?
Yeah. It was my
I directed a high school play.
I was a 4th year senior. So, yeah, they give you this area to be to more or less be a safe spot if you do need to come back.
Hub zone unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was an understudy in a high school play.
Now we have these 5 NPCs we go pick up quests from to start exploring the zone. Also,
Each
I
of
missed
them
the.
Never mind. Good.
Oh no, I was gonna ask because I missed who or where Elegy was from because they all were from various planes. As a
Oh,
player, not as a
Elegy,
character.
through conversation, is from a strange place called Sigil.
Okay. What is Sigil again? Is that the Magic the Gathering or is that the other one?
Sigil is the
A strange place called.
strange place. No, Sigil is why don't you roll a history check for me, bud?
As a player or as Zug?
As Zug, and then I'll tell you.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, Zug knows.
It's like
You've heard of
historical
this,
minded.
only in kind of whispers and drunken talk in taverns and things like that. Sigil is also known as the City of Doors, and is a city located between all of the multiverse planes of the material planes.
Okay, it's like a transit hub sort of a thing.
It is. And
Okay.
hey,
It's like a place to go to get lost.
and asterisk, that's the supplement that is coming out later this year. Planescape.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So Planescape is Sigil is the City of Doors, which has portals to every other multiverse within
Okay.
the Wizards of the Coast world.
I think that actually in this, well, as Zug rolling that, I think it makes sense because when he was exploring and wandering the Sword Coast, would have been picking up a lot of
Strange
information, knowledge about places to go, things like that. So this would be up his alley to like learn about these sort of weird, off the beaten path stuff.
Yeah, cool.
It sounds like it's off of no path in every path.
It is.
Even better.
That's the thing that the thing that I posted. That city is ruled by the Lady of Pain.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
Is it me you're
Leon
looking
is
for?
interested in this lady.
I posted the art earlier. That is
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
one depiction.
I'm still into it.
It's like if Wes Anderson and Tim Burton had a weird deformed baby with head spikes.
Oh, and this was
Looks like someone people call mommy.
and this was and this is the art that's more so in the vein of like D&D. So that one is like a cover art, kind of like D&D stuff. Here's the that's the,
Okay.
like-
Oh, nice frills.
And I'm back in.
Wait, those are absolutely Voda and Velka in the future behind her.
those are strange little creatures, but yeah.
Tieflings.
Sigil also very cool is a giant. To put it bluntly, I don't know what this shape would be, but it's a donut shaped ring.
Toro.
It's a tor a
Toro.
something.
Tokamak or whatever. I forget what those.
It's
I
a
like
it's
her
a
name.
It's a circle.
no, it's a donut. It is a donut.
Taurus.
but-
Taurus.
Taurus. It is a
the
Taurus.
Yeah.
So it's a donut,
That's the
and
shape
the
of
city
stars.
of Doors is within the Taurus, and
Isn't
it
that
is a
shaped like
like
a sedan?
satellite. It's like a giant like satellite city where the buildings all encircle around the ring, or like the sides
Huh.
of
Like on the inside or on the
yeah,
outside?
on the inside.
Oh, okay, cool. Like a tube world.
I was just gonna say it's like a lot of space station stuff where you have a
Yeah.
you know, the
space
artificial
station.
gravity from the rotation. Anyway,
Behold, sigil.
No.
You said it was shaped like a Taurus.
There's boo. That's what it looks
oh
like.
my
from the
god, more
outside.
rocks
Actually-
fall.
That's what it looks like from the
Hold,
outside.
hold up.
It kind of reminds me of something in Elden Ring. I don't know why.
Is it 'cause it's a
everything
ring?
is
It's a
inspired by
ring.
Elden Ring.
Oh, it's kind of like the floating city.
Kind of reminds me of like
It's
the volcano where you like explode shit for some reason, which I don't even think was floating in the air. Just reminded me of.
It
Alright.
is trippy. That second art there is trippy as fuck.
Yeah. So like
I like
everything
It's
it.
is-
just Lothric.
It is kind of like Lothric.
Yeah.
So, after a brief discussion about Sigil and what the fuck that place is, you learn that Hurley points you over in back towards the prop room where he just came through, and he says,
The main floor of the castle is through those doors, through the prop room, and then you go north. That's where you'll find the oracular library. It's pretty interesting in there. You got like all kinds of crazy books that Endelin has written and put on the shelves. All of them are pretty interesting, considering that she wrote them all.
Oh, prolific.
Wonder if any of them would give us some insight into some weaknesses.
Probably a good idea. I would go check them out. Sorry, did you all want to? Do you want to put on any costumes or anything like that? We could go into the prop room and we could figure that out.
Hell yes! Show a costume.
Yeah, let's try on some costumes.
"Okay,
I'm already like, are we in the costume room or walking over there?
you can walk over to it." Yeah.
Okay, I would be running ahead and like tearing off my clothes as I'm running over there.
All right. So you just watch. Everybody just
Hang
hears
Blake.
the sound. It's the pat 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 pat. Well, it's yeah, the noise of a running kobold as all of a sudden you hear pling clang 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 as there are now just debris of whatever the armor. What kind of armor is it? Just like bones and shit. Right?
Yeah, I think technically it's I don't actually have armor, but it's like a shamanistic robe.
Got it.
And I still have some of like the nice attire that we got from the frog folks, like the ruffle. I'm just like, so it's a weird combination of my original whatever, like in the artwork robes plus like the frill. So it's completely ridiculous looking. And then as I'm running down, I'll yell back, "I'll pick it up once I'm dressed. Don't worry."
One of the Puff River Noggin Lemon Seed comes out and follows you out and hands over to you, Nutmeg, an item. And he's like, "Hey, I feel some sort of kinship to you. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah,
I
I
feel
get
like
that
this-
too. I blow some smoke in his face, like not intentionally.
oh, you partake. I understand."
Yeah.
No way, the guy named Puff smokes?
We're about to have the most
Whoa.
intellectual conversation from the inside, but from the outside, it just sounds like people who can manage about 2-syllable words.
Exactly. He says, "I don't have any use for this. We tried to use it in a play a little while ago, and it just kind of went wrong. Everything got really sticky really fast. So,
Nice.
here."
Oh,
He hands you over a, what looks to be a wand. Some call it a wand of web. So, whenever you want to, you just aim it at whatever direction, and it shot web.
ooh, I like shooting web. See, well, in accordance with the laws of our land, I'll give you. What the fuck do I have? I have a glowy pine cone. I'll give it to pull out and be like, this shit rocks as a fucking nightlight. You can have this.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, reciprocity, indeed. I sometimes forget about my, pardon me, I forget my manners. This is... Ooh, I can already imagine it. Pitch black stage, and then me walking out, only illuminated by the glowing pine cone. I'm going to write something. Ooh, and then the pine tree that I picked the glowing pine cone from falls upon me and I die. It'll be good.
Ooh,
I'd watch
already
that.
encapsulated.
And yes, you look over and Zug bursts from a crate of costumes with a frill collar on that basically props his neck up like a neck brace. And you're just like like elongated looking neck with now a brightly red colored hood draped over the back of his head, looking like looking like the kobold Spanish Inquisition coming up in here.
My name is Hamon, and I do stupid things.
Yeah, ironically, you got that costume out of a crate that has the name on it, Hamoni Barrico.
That's where I got the name from. Fun. All right, and I'll gather my
his
things.
body in there, or is
there's Thug Churro just hanging out next to it.
Yeah, there's some bacon that appears to have tattoos.
Oh God.
Oh, I mean, you in one of the pockets of the red robe that you found, there is a stuffed pig.
Aww.
I love it.
Chorito.
So I'll gather my things, but I'll walk around like this, and all my other stuff's now stuffed into the backpack or whatever I'm carrying.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of other. There's a ton of costumes in this room. If anybody has like ideas about what they'd like to disguise themselves as or incognito themselves as, you're more than welcome to give your description.
Kiwi would like to dress up as a. Is it called Lionel in this, or is that just the Tears of the Kingdom speaking for me?
That's Tears of the Kingdom speaking for you.
Fuck. What are the lion folk?
Oh, what? Leonin.
Yeah,
Leon? Yep.
sure, that one. Yes,
Oh.
Kiwi wants to stick with big, but we're gonna go with something a little more.
Yeah, you now have you're able to find something that resembles basically a Leonin's mane that does fit around your head. However, your shell is very hard to like conceal, but instead you just have this shaggy coat, like a fur ghillie suit draped over the back of you, and
Okay.
your turtle face is just peeking through this bushy mane, and you now have just like a cute little cat nose on the front of your face as well. You are the oddest looking amalgamation creature that anybody has seen.
Evolution wasn't ready for me.
Nutmeg, would you like to keep your royal bathrobage, or would you like to change it up?
I think I would like to change it up. I would like to come out looking like. Let's see. I got a couple options floating in my head here. I would like to come out looking like the tree in an elementary school play.
Okay.
R/trees.
This is what I come out looking like.
Yeah, does I actually would imagine you're still flying, where like in that picture your legs are like halfway down the trunk and it's just the fabric is just dragging on the ground below you. Oh my god.
I see you went for broccoli.
No, I'm a tree.
Oh, okay. I see it. Yes.
You see, I have the trunk. I can show you the rest of it later.
I don't get it.
I'll show it to you now then. And I fly a little bit higher so that the rest of the trunk lands on the ground. See?
Oh, I get it now.
Okay. Velka, do you have any ideas in terms of a ridiculous costume that you'd like to don?
No. What probably will happen is Voda will probably force Velka into it. So.
Does Voda have any ideas? This is a costume room with a variety of costumes to put on to make yourself more incognito.
No, I'm absolutely imagining Velka going, I refuse to put on a costume, I'm not doing it. Smash cut to the camera in the exact place of, like, Velka's face zooms out a little bit. Voda's putting a costume on him.
Like the... Okay.
I'm putting him in a clown costume.
I was literally about to say
It's definitely the
Nice.
smash cut. I refuse to put on a costume, and then it just cuts to clown costume
with
and
the
look of disdain.
yeah, and then Voda just puts the little red nose. Oh my! Oh, the angry, like just an angry clown, grumpy.
Why do you hate me?
You're so cute.
Voda, what would be your option?
I don't know. Something very over the top because that's Voda.
I'm imagining just Victorian goth.
Yes. Very flashy colors.
Oh yeah. Okay. So just like I'm trying to think of the like Marie Antoinette like style shit, like everything like frills, pink, crazy colors, stuff like that.
I'm also not like I don't pick up a mask, but I do minor illusion one, and I flick it between the sun and the moon.
Ooh. Oh, I get what you mean. Like when it turns, like it goes shoom, shoom. Like it, or you said you flick it between the sun and the moon, or
Yeah,
like changes?
it literally changes between the sun and the moon.
My God, this is the craziest I've just found.
I love that.
I am. Yeah.
I serve myself.
Cake. I am cake.
Why is the Canadian flag purple?
Because
It's in the upside down.
I don't know, RuPaul Drag Race stuff. I don't know, probably. Okay. Would Rosin have a idea? You can type it or you can yell it. His costume? When did you guys wear costumes before?
At the swamp.
Oh. Oh yeah, you do all have you all did don some. They were all in the swamp. You were all in basically like froggy court or soggy court attire, but make it clean type of thing.
Clean and repaired. I'm not letting people walk around with that shit.
Oh,
I like that.
yes. Rosin is now full gumshoe. Full on. Yeah.
2 days,
Noir.
gumshoe. We got quotas to meet.
Yeah, very much gumshoe, noir detective. The like before you could see Rosin's face, but now with this new costume, it's just magnifying glass. There's sunglasses on. I don't know why there's sunglasses, but yes, there are sunglasses on, and the a large fedora pulled heavy over the face as well. And there is.
But you look like the neighborhood watch symbol.
It does look like the neighborhood watch symbol. Yes, absolutely. And somehow, one of the props that she picked up has some sort of minor enchantment on it, so that it always looks like the coat is kind of damp and wet, like they've been standing out in the rain. And there is there's just like a slight wind that makes it like, you know, that Rosin has to hold the cloak or hold the jacket closed against the cold. And there's always, and every once in a while, you all swear that you hear just a sad saxophone like riff just
on the wind,
on the wind, floating on the wind.
The camera pans slightly at Voda looking. He's like, how are you doing that?
I'll use Druidcraft to make sure that there's always that scent of rain coming off her.
Yeah, Rosin's using Druidcraft to make a saxophone sound as well.
And I have music too.
Yes. There's just music everywhere. It's great. Hurley looks to all of you and is just like,
Wow, I could see you on the stage right now. It's amazing. Good stuff, all of you. Well, don't worry. You can always find me back here. I'm on later tonight as the dragon. Hey.
Wait, what if we go to watch and cheer you on?
That would be.
Will that help? She'd probably see us though.
They were
Use
invited.
disguises.
Oh, we gotta be really careful. We need some more sunglasses all around.
I mean, she wouldn't recognize me. I'm quite disguised.
Yes, the turtle lion. Yes. Hurley walks across the room and points over to the curtain at the north side of the thing.
This is, through there is the library. If you, head to the northwest side of the library, that's where, the staircase to the upper levels are. Also, there are some other interesting rooms around the other side. Straight down the middle to the east is where you'll find the entrance to the stage. That's how we, all get there to, main stage. I think it's rehearsal times right now, but as I said, make sure you check out the library. Some of those stories, though written by Endolin, are pretty interesting.
No.
Okay.
Jerry.
Ooh, excuse me. Antoinette. I can't write. I don't even know how to spell Antoinette. All right, so you guys heading through there?
Antoinette.
I think so. Although, real, just quick, like out of character, just make sure we're all on the same page. We are just trying to basically shut down what's happened here. Return to shadows. And we're just trying to figure out the best way to do that right now.
You've all learned a lot of like. There's a lot
As
of
I'm
weird
scrolling
stuff.
back at the
Yeah,
read.
there's a lot of weird
Yeah.
stuff that's going on here, similar to like Scabatha's child labor operation and all that stuff. It seems that Endolin is also quite the abusive proprietor of this theater. The actors are mistreated, the workers are mistreated. The workers disappoint her or anger Endolin. They're turned apparently into masks of some sort, and also shadows are being stolen from those who disappoint her. Well, and she just kind of runs the operation like a really despot, like a fucking, I don't know, producer despot, right? Like she just like she's
Yeah.
She is the end of, or she is the one who decides everything and just don't want to disappoint her. The place kind of definitely has that depressing vibe.
So just to make sure we're on the same page here with the notes, obviously Fierce the Moon and the whole thing with the eclipse. So that's one option. At one point here, remember, she wrote a terrible secret about her sister and hid it in the library on hidden parchment. So that's something we should be looking for somehow here. And then one other note was that the lightning rods with suns and moons on the tower power everything. So if we wanted to do some light sabotage, that would probably be one of the options as well. So that's, I wanted to just make sure that was all up there too.
And other note that you do know is that many of you have learned the dance from the Chorids that can control the Chorid hair. That is heavily used out for contraptions.
Oh yeah, it's like the threading and the cording.
Yep, it's basically the ropes and all the pulley system. Like you actually probably would have recognized that, like the ropes and pulleys that had that made that elevator go up and down were Chorid hair, and the brief glimpse that you got of the cranes that were outside on the like heavy lifting, heavy prop area were also made of Chorid hair. Not the cranes themselves, but like the operating parts.
Oh, one other point. There's a lot of notes here. There is a boarded up belfry for unknown reasons, and it's locked. There's a key hidden under a cushion of a throne.
In the other
So-
prop room.
In the other prop room. So just other things to keep an eye on. But to the library.
Okay. Library. So, the curtain is pulled aside, and in the room beyond, you see a magnificent hall lined with stone bookshelves housing a library of leather-bound tomes. As you peek inside, you can see that there are 3 elderly, bespectacled goblins climbing ladders, fetching down books for 3 slender, cloaked figures who are reading while seated in overstuffed armchairs. As you enter the room, they raise their heads for a brief moment, look at you all coming out of the prop closet, and then go back to reading their books.
Slender. They look familiar.
They look similar to the vendors that you saw that bartered for Nutmeg's eye color.
Oh, okay.
Same look and
Same
demeanor.
ones who. They're the same ones who were also sent to steal. Or we were told to steal the thread that I have from.
They look
Yeah, well,
similar. They are not. You do not recognize them as the same.
Oh, okay.
Like same race. Like you recognize them as Darklings.
Darkling.
They
That's
definitely
okay.
know each other.
Yes.
I mean, they do all work for Endolin, so.
So they
And they don't
look up.
do anything about
They
us,
look
so.
up and their heads cocked to the side for a brief moment as their eyes squint and they look over at you and they let out a little like ha noise and then look back to their books. You see that they have in the center a pile of these strangely bound books.
Can't wait for them to be made of skin.
Right.
They don't look to be made of skin, actually. They look to be, there's hundreds of them around the room on all the shelves. They are of all kind of, you look to them, they all have like similar manufacture. They are not too, they're 8 inches tall, book size, 3 inches wide, and they do not have a spine on them, actually, but they have wooden covers, blackened wooden covers, and they are bound with a, their yellowing pages are bound together with some sort of copper wire that runs through them. So, very much like the, I don't know, spiral notebook type of things, but
Right.
made
Okay.
of wooden covers, copper wires.
Oh, right. Because this is where she puts her journals. So
Exactly.
these would probably be like handwritten journals.
You can see as one of the books is taken off the shelves by one of the goblin librarians that the front of these books, these journals, have a image of an hourglass burned into the front of each cover, and carved into the wood above is a small symbol that resembles a chicken's foot.
That was on what?
Resembles a chicken's foot.
Right, but it was on top. What was it carved into?
So basically, it's like, look at, if you can imagine the front cover, there is a what almost looks to be a branded hourglass, like a hot, like something that was burned into the cover of the shape of an hourglass, and then etched or carved in above is the shape of a chicken foot.
Got it. All right, act like you belong, and let's look for stuff or something.
Yes, I will, look like I belong as a clown.
Oh god, disadvantage on stealth checks.
Yeah. No.
Somehow the giant shoes work on you. I don't know. I'm a really stiff back, looking like nose up, looking aristocratic as fuck, and be like hands behind my back. I'm like, I must find the book, and I'll just walk around, away from them. So I'm arbitrarily going in this direction, and I'm going to start just with a random thing, book, notebook, whatever.
Okay. So looking around the room, the shelves are all filled with these similar books. The hundreds of them, as I said, these journals. Is there anything that you're looking for specifically? Anybody? As you peruse the wares? Library?
Probably whichever one. Like, do they have like titles or anything, or are they just random? Like, just like same symbols on all of them.
So there's symbols. There's just same symbols on all of them, and there are no titles to them actually. But spending some time, why don't you all give me investigation checks as you casually browse the library here.
Yeah, just arbitrarily taking one, flipping through it.
As you're
Investigations.
As you're browsing, you hear the sound of oration happening from down the hallway in this direction as rehearsals are still going in full swing.
Nailed it.
Must be some pretty
On
good
one end of the
oration if we
spectrum
can hear it
is,
from down here.
One of the spectrum is rosin, one on the other side of the spectrum is kiwi.
Yeah. So,
Take some micro.
Rosin's fingers alight upon a specific book, and as she is trying to pull it down, fluttering up to one of the higher shelves, one that looks particularly interesting, the others of you have, like, looking through them. Every single book is some handwritten account of a terrible future that seems to have been glimpsed through some means. There are accounts written in rhymes, in like nursery rhymes, in an elvish script, and throughout the records, you see there are acknowledgments or like preambles to these poems that acknowledge that not every future that she glimpses will come to pass, but because any possible future can be changed by another possible future. There seems to be some sort of order in the books as on the shelves. They seem to be arranged in an order in which she has written them and recounted them. No books mention any of you or anybody closely associated with you, which is good. It'd be kind of bad to see something that she had seen about a tragic end of one of you or one of your kin. However, it seems that any of the individuals that you do read about in these books, they speak of individuals who are long dead, and many of them are victims of tragedies of their own making.
Oh, some weird Ori note-taking here.
Exactly.
Is she like holding a death note or some shit?
So there are some very interesting stuff, and throughout the investigation, you all take some time, about an hour of time to be exact, to investigate and look through some stuff. So they're tragedies of their own making by, like, yes, these are all her accounts, but they're things that she has seen, so she is recounting basically. Oh, no, so it's not about so that was one of the actors saying that something they did was an accident. It was that's a separate thing. That's about offending Endlin. That,
Right.
This is more so, these are more so about actual things that have happened. Yeah, these are outside things that are part of her seeing. But after about an hour of looking through these books, you find some interesting verses, and translating them and reading them out, as some of you do understand Elvish, or So one thing that comes to the forefront pertains to Endelin, a individual named Igwilv, who you've heard before, referring to their cauldron, and the Hourglass Coven. The verse states, and I will copy this and paste this so that you all can see it. All right. Putting it into after I read.
Cool.
All I have wrought shall come undone when the moon blots out the sun. The sweet treachery we three have wrought. Would Igwilv forgive us? Ah, I think not. Time was our ally, standing beside us, giving us that which Mummy denied us. But now I feel its hands turn cold, and see its second sight unfold. The hourglass broken, the sisters three, meeting our hellish destiny. Bav and Scab will never know that time has always been our foe.
Interesting.
I pull out my broken hourglass that has no sand in it. Interesting. Perhaps she latched onto the wrong part of the prophecy.
As you find that pertinent verse, Rosin also finds with that investigation check one book that seems to be out of place. It doesn't look like the others. It's a hefty green-covered tome, and as you pull it from the shelf, you see that there is a withered frog, like dried up withered frog, stitched into its spine.
Okay. Lovely, lovely.
So that's like worse than all the like, oh look, it's a book made of human skin. Like edgy stuff. Like that just seems mean to do to a frog.
It's, yeah, seems like a child's first attempt at making that kind of book.
Yeah.
Just like stapled the frog to it.
Baby Witch's first skin book.
Just like Necronomicon.
Baby's first con.
You can't really see any title on the book or anything like that. However, it definitely looks different than the others. So, as you look through it, Rosin, and hold it in your hands, you notice that there is something weird about the spine of the book behind the. There's a frog there, but behind the frog, you spot there's a vial, a thin wax stoppered vial tucked inside the spine of the book that looks like it would break if you opened the book.
Oh. It's like a trap.
You want to try to remove it? Yes, you can give me a... So, you definitely can try to remove it. Give me a dexterity check. Just dexterity. Okay.
Oh. Calling and was not for me.
Yay. Can't even.
You could, if you'd like to. Okay.
Oh, the +5.
Can I particularly inspire her on this? Or
Sure.
Yeah. I would
gives
like
you a
that.
D6 at this point, I believe.
I believe so.
All right. Add a D6, Rosin.
Wait, we're level 6?
Yes,
Oh,
it
it's a
is.
D8.
Ooh, well. Okay, well that's still fine. Rosin, inspired by Kiwi's bold words from behind his lion costume, the courage.
Use courage.
Courage. Her thin fingers dip behind the spine of the book and pull out the thin vial of something. You look at it, and there's some strange, like, dust inside of it.
Does it
Looking
glow?
at it, it looks very strange, and you look closely. Give me an investigation check, Rosin. Yes, you are. That's crazy. Looking closely at the vial, you turn it put it up into the red candlelight, and as the dust moves around within the thin vial, you see what looks to be a mummified finger in there as well.
Mummified finger.
It looks like this is some sort of dust of a formerly living individual.
Dust?
Rosin holds it up and asks if anybody would like this vial.
Could that dust?
Yeah,
It's dust right now, like a
I
sand.
want it. I want it.
You can't smoke it.
I want it.
Okay. Are you gonna smoke it?
No.
Okay.
But now that you're asking, makes me think I want to.
I would not suggest it.
You hear
Just stop making me want to.
you from behind you, Nutmeg. You hear a loud, sharp shh as one of the individuals reading the books turns around and gives you a shush.
Shut up! I'm talking in the library. It's fine.
Opening up the book, you can see that this is an interesting book about the history of the tales of the Gloaming Court, which is, as you read some of the elven script within it, it basically is a book that depicts, the Gloaming Court. It is a book about the High Court of Fairies that is some of the ruling archfey of the Feywild plane. You've probably heard of some of them. There's quite a lot of archfey that rule in the Gloaming Court. I know like Titania is one of them, some of the others, but it's basically a historical book. Not too much more. Nutmeg, why don't you give me a quick Arcana check, please?
Yeah, right. I look at it. But I'm more interested in just putting it in my bag of shit that I have because I like having shit.
It's better than like the Kiergan labeling, like big bag of swag. What's in here? I don't know.
This dust looks neat. Better put it in your bag of swag.
Hell yeah, that's what I do.
So, as you all peruse these books, you hear the sound of footsteps from the northwestern corridor as you see a short goblin dressed very ostentatiously with a frilled collar similar to that of Zug's and holding a scepter with a little what looks to be a laughing face on the front of it. Quickly is moving into the room, and as he leaves the hallway, he yells back, "You better take care of those two goblins in there. Endelin's not gonna like it if they still show up on stage. They really pissed her off. Just do what you do best, and we'll get going with it. Come on." And then you hear the door shut.
Yeah. Which way did he exit?
I'll bring him on. So you watch as this goblin comes marching across the
He angry.
Yeah, let me see if I have if there he is. Okay. So he's over there on the left of what's going on the stage at any point in time, where you see, let's say, that tiefling that was one of the actresses, and then you can also see behind there you got a little goblin in a frog suit as part of the whole thing.
And a lovely plot relevant moon.
Right. Yeah.
So he comes plomping across the room, and you look and you can see as he walks forward, he looks over to the scepter that's in his hand, and it carries a terrible likeness to him. Like, it almost looks exactly
love
like
it.
him. And he just is, and you hear him talking, but, you know, beneath his breath. I don't know. What are we gonna do? They pissed him off. They pissed her off. There's nothing we can do. Yes, I know they're goblins like me, but show must go on. Come on, we got more things to do. Onward, onward.
Definitely talking to his stick, or
Yes.
Okay.
Don't criticize me. No. Don't, come on. I gotta look out for number one, myself, always. And then he goes, shut up, and he whacks the staff on one of the pillars, making like an echoing noise throughout the chamber. He walks just.
Yeah, there's one I did. It was like,
Evening. How's it going, you three? I see you like the books that are in front of you. Oh, very good, very good. Up. Hello, welcome to Mother Horn. Enjoy the shows. Up. He literally looks over to you, to the group of you perusing the books. Library closes at 10. And he makes his way back towards the main stage.
Okay, and that's to the right where he's going.
Yep.
Okay. And he came from the northwest. All right. I will surreptitiously. I have fucking words. Whatever. I'm walking that way. Pretending to like slowly read and walk, but I'm really just sort of wandering towards that hallway.
Okay.
And I will, when I get there, I'll just kind of look around and see what I see.
So down the hallway, you see the red lights illuminate a door at the end of it that is slightly ajar. You can hear some sounds from within there. Some very sadistic-sounding laughs that are echoing out. And then around the corner, you can see what looks to be a stairwell that spirals up to a higher level.
To the left.
You also see it now across the way. There is another curtain that leads off into.
Do any of the Darklings look in my direction as I wander here, or are they protective of it, or they don't give a shit?
They look up as you move around the room, but go right back to reading from the pile of journals that are in front of them.
I'll look over towards the rest of you guys as you're all looking at the books. Oh, and I can just, I can telepathically message, so you'll hear each of you a little voice in your head. I think there's some goblins down there that pissed her off. Maybe we should go see what's up.
Let's do it.
One at a time. Or something. I don't know. I'm gonna start wandering down this way. Actually, as I get here, I will inspect to see if there's any like traps, alarms, do not enter signs, things of that nature.
Okay.
In this hallway.
Give me an investigation check, Mr.
investigation.
Zug.
Oh, I was actually going to tap my one of secrets when we're still in the library, and that might help.
You're gonna what?
Tap my wand of secrets while we're still in the library, and that might help.
Oh.
It shows traps and other hidden shit.
Okay.
I'll repost that. Yeah.
Within 30
You
feet.
do not see. Nothing glows as you expend a charge.
Alright, we're good.
Cool. And with your investigation check, Zug, nothing stands out to you.
All right, I'm gonna head back to that door then. Still pretending to read the book as I'm super absent-minded. And I'll kind of get up to it, kind of just check the handle, if it's locked, if there's a handle.
Not locked.
Just crack it open.
Okay, you peek inside and you see
Yeah.
a pretty interesting scene. The walls of the room are adorned with wooden masks, most of which look like
Okay.
shocked goblin faces. Dozens of masks hang neatly from hooks on the walls, and several more are stowed haphazardly on the shelves of an old bookcase in there. You see two padlocked cages standing in the far corner. One of them is occupied by what seems to be a panic-stricken goblin. The other is empty. In the middle of the room, you see two copper poles, 10 feet apart, descending from an 8-foot ceiling above, And each pole has a large, 1-foot diameter copper sphere at the end of it that is 3 feet off of the floor. Between the poles, you see a struggling goblin shackled to a thin, tall chair. So the spheres are level with the goblin's head. You look and you see a thin, cloaked figure standing in the shadows. A rictus grin forms beneath the cowl as the figure pulls a lever that juts from the wall. An instant later, before you can do anything, lightning leaps between the two spheres, catching the shackled goblin in its path. Before you can even speak, the goblin transforms into a wooden mask that falls upon the floor. The goblin in the cage cries out, "Binky, no!"
Oh god. So there was who pulled the lever?
The
Rictus grinning.
Yeah, a figure in the shadows that looks very similar to the individual, like type of individual that was reading the books in the center of the room.
Got it. Okay. I'm not going to open the door any further. I'm not going to do anything with that. I'll just telepathically message everybody. There's some fucked up things over here. I found the masks. They made one. It's horrible. Like, I kind of want to free them now somehow. All right, I'll do it myself. Fuck it.
Yeah, what's everybody
We'll do it.
The acting?
Everyone's lost in the sauce with the books.
Yeah, I guess I'd head over in that direction.
Doug, from behind through the crack in the door, you see the hooded individual heading over to the other cage to unlock it.
Is his back's turned?
Yeah, walking over there.
Okay.
Seems to be trying to get the other goblin out of the cage. The other goblin is resisting though, just like trying to hide in the back corner of the cage, doesn't want to be grabbed.
Got it. I'm not gonna do anything yet. I'll wait to see if who shows up, if anyone comes back this way, and then I will wait as well until he gets the goblin out. Would be the next thing, and then I'll probably do something about this.
Rosin comes flying up the hall.
I mean, his back up. I'll guide Zug. Like, here's what you're gonna do. I'll fucking mansplain to him.
God, because I have no idea what I want to do.
Alright, so who's in the hallway right now?
I'm in the hallway.
Okay, we
I'll go
got
up to the
Zug,
hallway,
Rosin,
too.
Nutmeg, Kiwi. Are the
Yeah,
two
I guess I
bunnies?
would be as
Are the
well.
two bunnies coming or no?
Yeah. We can save someone.
Save them all, perhaps. I hope so. All right. Okay, we gotta. There's a guy. He's doing the zapping. He looks awful. We gotta stop him. He's turned around. His back's to us right now. We should do something.
What do you mean how it happened? No, you just knew that Endolin turned individuals into men.
Now we know there's a device that does it, so we can. All right, we gotta incapacitate this guy and just figure this out. This is awful. Dad, we'll do it live. I'm gonna try to push through the door.
Okay, Voda, are you staying in the library or are you?
No, I came with the group.
Okay.
Second. The second he opens the door, I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay. The door opens up.
Wait. No, I used my high level spell slots already.
Okay.
Have I?
You do, as you are the last
Shit,
one.
I have one left.
Well, so Voda as well. You are the last one to like arrive in the hallway. You do notice that the Darklings who are in the center of the room reading, one of them is just kind of curiously observing the lot of you in that hallway as you all have kind of headed off into that direction. They're not getting up or anything, they're just watching.
Oh, okay. Okay, seeing that, I wouldn't Hold Person. I would try to minor illusion, because we're all kind of like cramped together in front of this door.
Right.
Is there kind of like a This is a hallway, you said?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay, what I want to do is make a minor illusion of all of us in this like kind of cramped position, and then kind of like slowly like straightening up and walking away, and then having like an empty.
So it's
The
yeah.
Looney
So it
Tunes,
looks like
yeah.
you know that there is a that there's an exit here. There's a stairwell that heads off to the. I'll bring you up there so you can look in that direction. There's a stairwell that goes off to the left. So yeah, you could totally just watch you all standing there, making a minor illusion of you all standing there, and then walking up the stairwell, basically.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, and then just keep the illusion up.
All right, perfect. So as you do that, Voda, you watch and you see through the illusion that the Darklings in the other room in the library, their heads go back down to being buried in the journals. And Zug, you kick the door open.
I
Kitchen clear.
Quiet.
The door opens up, and in there you do see the terrified goblin kicking at this Darkling elder who has a fiendish grin on their face as they have one of the legs of the goblin in their hands and are pulling them from within the cage.
I will. Oh, 1 second. Where's my list?
Yeah, so Zug, you're the first one through the door. Wink.
Oh boy, I want to do that or not. I want to run at them. Oh, I gotta choose here. I don't want to trigger Voda is the problem. Not yet.
Oh, he does care.
No, I'm not gonna wild shape because the Darkling or figure is like what? How much taller than me?
About the same
What's
size.
they're the same size. Okay, I'm gonna take my frill off and I'm gonna try to use it like a Garrett or not a Garrett. What do you call it? Like around the mouth, like a
Throat. Oh, no, not what I was thinking.
no. Yeah, I'm basically gonna try to use it to like silence him, like tackle him, ah! And then
Okay,
hold
give me an
around his
athletics
mouth.
check as you jump upon them.
Yeah, this is probably what I should have turned into.
Don't
Animal.
worry, I guided you. I told you where to grab or whatever.
Oh, you
And
did.
D4,
Okay,
so
and
you have
got
a D4
Uh-huh. Athletics. Yay!
plus a D4.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
That
so
makes it a
12.
12.
Hey.
Their hands let go of the goblin and shoot up to try to basically like avoid getting grabbed by you. They're gonna combat it with a acrobatics check. And I need goes. Will it? It doesn't. Okay, they failed. They rolled a 7. So,
Oh, well, yeah.
you all watch as they tried to
Who was there?
and grab the. They are now. Their voices muffled as their eyes are panically looking around the room. You, the rest of you, whoever's going into the room afterwards, you see a little goblin, and they stand up and they go, "No, leave me to my fate. Bitter end can do much worse than turn me into a mask. Please, no, you're just gonna make her more angry." The Darkling elders.
I'll look over my shoulder like, as I'm holding them. So what? That'll be time up. Close the door behind you.
All right, the rest of you pile into the room. door gets closed behind as Zug is now just trying to wrestle this Darkling.
I do have rope in case you guys need it in my pack, but I assume we all have rope because, D&D.
Ropes.
We all just whip out our 50 feet of rope.
You have rope because you're an adventurer. I have rope because I'm kinky. We are not the same.
Oh, you mean my
Adventurer?
Shibari implements? Yes.
Adventurer versus adventuress.
Yes. All right. Who wants to? Is somebody gonna be tying up this individual as Zug is in in the process of basically just trying to keep them from moving at the moment.
Anyway,
that
offer
sounds
to
like
help.
fun.
Get on in this dog pile.
All right,
Yep.
you all through multiple people going about it, you hog tie the individual up and plop him on the
I
ground.
would like to. So, the person that Zug is wrestling,
Yes.
have they been able to turn around and look at us, or have they been fighting off while looking the other direction?
They've been fighting off while looking in the direction of the cages.
Okay, in that case, I would like to make sure, and I would try and keep everybody out of the line of sight while we tie them up and blindfold them.
Good
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, for sure. Through very easily, the rest of you, the remaining 5 are able to tie up this individual, blindfold them, and they're plopped onto the ground. Bound, gagged, blindfolded, they just sit there, just muffled, their muffled voice going.
All right, and the doors close behind.
And the little goblin, apprehensively, is now like backed up into the back of the cage, looking at you all with panicked eyes.
Wait, who are you? What are you doing here? What are you doing? Did she send you? Is this even more punishment for me? No, please, no.
No.
Doing
Or-
sucks.
Oh, good.
Please.
I'm just like being very like obviously disgusted about Endolin towards the goblin.
Oh,
I'm trying to imagine all of us in our costumes in this scene right now.
I'm going to speak up. One, in my clown costume. No, actually, Skabatha sent us to cause a ruckus, and we'll offer you asylum if you leave this place.
Also, to be fair, I gesture at all the masks around us. I kind of would have solved that too, but I don't know where to begin.
Those are
I
all
can.
they're all my friends, and some of them my coworkers. Not all of them are goblins. Some of them were her guests that she got really mad at. But this guy, the one you bound and tied up here, he's the master of ceremonies when it comes to making masks.
I'm gonna look to him as like, you're not gonna yell, or else something really bad's gonna happen. And I give him like a little claw, like not like to hurt him, but just like a little prick on the like side of the head, like a little pat, a little scratch, pat. You're gonna talk to me right now, nice and calm, like. And then I'm going to release the gag.
Rosin looks around the room and sees as well that all the masks look, a majority of them do look goblin-like, and all of them are either frozen into like a rictus expression of whatever the last emotion was that the individual experienced.
Are any of them happy?
None of them are happy. No.
I was gonna say it's gonna be pretty limited in range there.
Yeah.
Not one of them had this as their kink.
Yeah.
Shame.
I'm honestly
That is
surprised.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Most of them are shocked or screaming.
That's actually terrifying.
I
Alright,
can imagine there's one
go.
guy winking and doing finger guns somehow.
Give me yeah. Zug, give me an intimidation check at advantage, please.
Oh, damn! I wanted to hand out the
Oh, you
Oh,
could.
he can't
yeah.
see anyways. I was gonna hand out all the instigator rods for this scene.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll hand it. So actually, it might be good to do that. Then we can take the blindfold off if we want to like intimidate the fuck out of him. If you want to do that.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
So it's-
I'll hand them out because I've got them now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
So
all
we're
have
all
the
gonna have
instigator
them.
rods out. With the low light in the room, the lighting in this place is, you know, that low red lighting glowing from the bulbs. And as you see this, he blinks as he looks around. His head swivels, and he just sees the 6 of you standing there with flaming
Actually,
pitchforks.
I would suggest that we all put on one of the masks before we.
The
Ooh,
goblin
wow.
masks. Oh, let's do that.
I don't even need
That's
to.
really intimidating.
All right, give me an
Yeah.
intimidation. Give me an intimidation
Okay.
check with what is it, plus however many.
+5. It's up to as many who have
Yeah,
them.
so
up
plus
to
+5. Yeah.
All right, and it's advantage or not advantage?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
at
know if that-
advantage. Hell yeah, this
Okay.
is such a good scheme.
Intimidation. Please tell me I'm good at this. Ah!
Are we the bad guys?
23.
Okay.
I mean, we're doing
It's
this to try and
acting.
get them to undo the mask.
That's
Masking.
I like that. That's a good way to rationalize. We're acting. So we're intimidating a man in a
You
red
see the
room.
terror in this individual's eyes. The terror is palpable, and they look around and
No, please, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I'll talk. I'll do anything. Stop it.
All right. First, how do you reverse the mask process?
he looks to you all panicked.
I don't know. I just pull the lever.
Oh fuck, he's a cronk. Okay, this over here. These things. I point at the orbs. Do you think if we reverse the full polarity, it could reverse the spell?
the darkling looks to you.
What's polarity?
Don't worry about it. Okay, we're not getting anything useful out of him.
Are you sure you don't know?
Yeah, I'm actually going to
give me an
pull-
insight. Give me an insight check.
Mind trick.
I'm also pulling out one of my knives because I said he's not any use. So I'm gonna try to kind of feint that I'm about to just
It's not
kill him.
advantage. 15.
With the 15, you can tell that Voda, he's not lying to you. As far as you can tell right now, he does seem to just be a lackey who really enjoys turning individuals into masks.
Jesus.
I have something I can try here. I'll pick up perhaps one of the most horrifically screaming ones. Perhaps one that looks like they're like the most terrified. And I will cast Remove Curse on it.
Ooh.
Like, would that I could, but I'm on acid. You know, try these words, make this wood flaccid. And I cast my spell.
Okay. You hold the mask in your hand, and it starts to shake and rattle as suddenly the wood groans and starts to swell. And through some strange process, a sudden pop in the air, you watch as a goblin finds itself plopped onto the ground.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Guess we're taking all these masks with us.
I
Slowly over time, removing curse.
You hear there's a vocalization from one of the goblins, from the goblin as going like whoa, and then the darkling who's bound up on the floor is just like
My work. No.
I give him an
immediately, as soon as he says I cover his mouth again.
Okay.
I cover his eyes again.
I reached out into the air where I cast that spell, and I put whatever fragments of whatever that curse might have been. I put it in my pouch.
All right. And then how's this goblin doing? Yeah, what's this goblin doing?
Just sitting there with a panic look on their face, just like confused as fuck. They're wearing a obvious like. They look exactly like Velka, wearing almost what looks to be like a clown costume as well, with a little red nose on their face, and they just look up to.
So confused.
They look up to Velka, just like,
Master.
and
I put a finger up to my mouth.
and that's where we're gonna end for the evening, as we,
Ooh, okay.
as you.
Oh, we got a new puzzle to solve here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'd say you found one method of reversing this thing for sure. A remove curse seems adequate enough.
I was gonna try to dispel magic, but we'll see if that works next time.
Yeah, could
I
be.
was just gonna put a mask and flip the switch the other way.
I was actually
going to think about that too.
Well, I was thinking if you're gonna reverse the polarity 2 or something like that, you can literally turn
the chair around.
around the other direction. Exactly. See that? We're reaching my like DOE brain right now. Like I'm like, okay, how many different ways can we test this? Like, what are the interaction effects with this effect?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
But-
we've made D&D work.
The fun part of work.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I'm
the last
happy we
thing,
found this. Yeah.
the last thing that I would say, little denouement at the end of the session, as you're all in here, the door closed behind you. The Darkling Elder, bound up and blindfolded again. You hear a loud, angry voice from within the library as you hear the loud footsteps of somebody clomping through, and you hear, one of them blew me off of the mountain.
Night.
I survived, but you need to find them. They are an absolute threat. And then you hear another muffled voice just, I don't care if they're her guests. And that's where
Shit.
we'll...
Ooh,
Would it be wrong
okay.
of us to turn her into a mask?
Oh, that would be fun.
Do it later.
I like this idea.
Oh my god, I've
Undo
just...
it later.
Fuck, I've literally just unlocked the, this is like that stupid fucking stealth shit you do in places where it's like, all right, you grab one of the bad guys, drag them back here, mask them, and then you just continuously do that.
We're gonna hitman the shit out of this.
Holy fuck!
This is the dead body or the unconscious body closet that you just have in different video games where you just dispose the bodies in the endless. It's the stealth missions of Cyberpunk where you're just
Keep stacking them in the same
dumpster.
Yeah, dumpster.
Yeah.
This is not going to pass the bag of dead rats check, is it?
No. All right. Good stuff, everybody.
Limit testing.
Short but fun session. I enjoyed the ridiculousness that always happens.
Yeah.
And thank you, Neon and Destroy, for allowing us to have it on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be the plan next week as well? Or are we back to switch?
Until for foreseeable future, Tuesdays work better for my climbing partner. So that just means that I don't need to do crazy. I don't need to rush back from climbing.
Mm-hmm.
Other stuff.
I'm completely agnostic to the order, so I'm fine with it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna end stream. Go to the bathroom. I'll be back though. Thanks everybody.
Yep.
All right.
Also,
Fun stuff. It's time for bed. Good night. Out. Bye bye.